Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first down throw, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, we know that he can... in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He'll get this to his tight end, that's Pat Freiermuth. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Lawrence escaping the pressure right. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
And the final number here in terms of top speed, I mean, that almost looks like a misprint. He was just absolutely flying. Unbelievable. only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 23.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He'll buy some time right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it?
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville.
James Robinson
with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point by Koo, up and good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Conley.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson.
And the Texans on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Lawrence will throw. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 40-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They run. Robinson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. Open man. That's the tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give him a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Now Lawrence. Able to complete this to Shenault.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Laviska Shenault.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Koo able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
First carry now for Gus Edwards.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Watson on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
44, 44.
To throw is Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let him know, let him know. 44, Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now Watson. He's got it. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Pushes him over, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Watson now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a give right side. Cummins.
Oh, big hole right side.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Desmond King picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the interception, here's Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and goal. Watson is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown, Texans! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Texans push further out in front. Extra point safely through, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Flush to his right. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And down to the 20. A big play there just before halftime. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
On the ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that underneath ETN.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence.
And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Pat Freiermuth.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jags are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And he'll be set up a good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The final shot before the break. Watson going up top. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Andre Sisco. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
All day, every day.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Cummins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Cummins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
44, Mike, 44.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. This is caught. Touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He finds Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Pat Freiermuth
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Watson's throw complete there to McLeod.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
7 yards the pickup there.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Come on. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. All day, just like that. Just like that. 94 is the mark.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They run the counter. Cummins, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run here with Robinson. Room here to run. The 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Third and 2, Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devon Hamilton able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Grenard racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here he goes over.
And he's really all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And in the game, what is this one? The advance here, bleed the clock down.
And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Texans who came to take the season series if they can win here in Houston.
Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson.
Robinson, a first down and then some.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 24.
176 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Lawrence will throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
On play action, Lawrence.
And a dump off here to Robinson.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Lawrence on the sneak.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence right there. Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. LaVisca Chenault.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Quick throw completed by Watson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Shifts by him and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Cummins. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.